Good morning, Ho'okui faculty. As many of you weren't able to find a little space in your winter break schedule, I've decided to make this recording to help you put your portfolios for your PDE3 credit together. So this is a little crash course on how to create your portfolio and find all the resources. So the first step is to log into your PDE3 credit channel on Slack. And then once you've done that, let me pull up my Slack so I can show that to you. There you go. So if you scroll right up to the beginning, it says Project Ho'okui, aloha and welcome. Here's the link to the Google Drive that will host all our PDE3 credit information. So just click on that link and it will take you to a place that looks like this. So it's your Hawaii DOE PDE3 credit course folders, and there are 7 of them. The first folder has the syllabus, the second one, all the portfolio information, the third one, announcements, the fourth one, your case study assignments broken down one by one. I've also made some case study templates for you in folder number 5 to make the work go more easily. And then in folder 7, you'll see there are student portfolios, and this is where each one of you will find your own individual portfolio. More on that in just a moment. So now that you've got to your Google Drive and found your folder, one of the first things to do is to find in the portfolio information folder your portfolio checklist, and it looks like the checklist on the right hand side of the screen. So I would advise that you print out this 1-page portfolio checklist because it has all your assignments and due dates that are coming up in the spring semester. So step 2 is once you've got your personal folder in Google Drive, go ahead and download the portfolio template. It's quite a large document. And then save it in your personal folder as well as a backup copy on your computer. Just in case, it's always wise to take this precaution just in case something can happen to Google Drive or to your computer. Then use this folder to store your assignments and your portfolio template. I will go there to look for them to review and revise and suggest improvements to your assignments. So this is where I'll be looking for them. And then as all your assignments are complete and approved by your instructor, you can then go ahead and add them to your portfolio because your portfolio will be quite a large document. So after a while, it gets a little bit unwieldy to work with it. So you want to make just the minimum of changes and as few as possible. So then go ahead and save your portfolio using this file name format, which will make it easy for everybody to find and know which is the latest version. So you can put your name first or last, like I did here, underscore portfolio, underscore, and I put in 5th of January 20th because that's the first due date for some of your assignments. And then as you go along, you can update your portfolio with new due dates following the checklist. And I also, here's a hint, a helpful hint, I hope. Sometimes you need to go back and find things in the modules to cut and paste into your portfolio. So in the portfolio information folder, I've put an overview of all the modules with the links in this folder. So that should be hopefully very helpful. Now, I'd like to just spend a minute or two going over the portfolio template. So the portfolio template begins with a cover page, and I would encourage you to go ahead and fill this in with your own personal information, your name as a teacher and your address in your school. And then the second page of the template is a table of contents. So you can see that it has a structure. And the first entry is from the Introductions for All, which was your autobiography, which you did in Slack right at the beginning of all of this program in PDE3. So if you did the assignment, all you have to do is go back in and cut and paste. If you're not happy with it, you can go back and edit and update it and then cut and paste. We encourage you to do that because we want you to have the best portfolio, and to remember also that, you know, whoever's portfolio is selected by the reviewer, you will represent all of us. So it's like no pressure from your peers. Then you'll see the portfolio next is laid out into 3 sections. So the first section will be your postings in TalkStory for All, and I'll go through those one by one in just a moment. But I wanted to just share with you some tips for putting your portfolio together. We encourage you to review and improve all past assignments, and your portfolio should tell the story of your professional growth to the reviewer. Try and keep in mind that there is a person who's going to be reading this, and so it wants to be logical and kind of make sense as they follow along. Just to make an impression, please use a consistent font and formatting. So choose something right at the beginning like Arial 10 or 12 or Times New Roman or whatever it is you prefer, but stick to that font as you go on throughout the portfolio. And then of course, because you'll be making an impression, use the spelling and grammar check software that you have available to you. Okay, so now let's take a deeper dive into the portfolio framework and the sections. So as I mentioned earlier, the autobiography, you just cut and paste your work from Introductions for All in your Slack website. In section 1, they follow the modules. So cut and paste your postings and your colleagues' responses for each module. Now, we have covered modules 1 through 8. So by January 5th, we hope that you will have all of those postings updated and cut and pasted into your portfolios and then saved into your personal folder. The same with section 2, where you cut and paste your mentor logs from each module. Now, I think Naomi has been super helpful and put in module 1 to 4, the modules which you completed and submitted to us. If you missed one, then go to the modules overview link. Each mentor log has its own unique link, and complete your module. This should generate an email with a response, so it'll be automatically sent to you so you can cut and paste it or save it into your personal folder on Google Drive. And then section 3 is the new part. This is where you will create a case study and choose one of your Ho'okui mentees and tell their story of their growth and success and experience in taking a college class. What an exciting journey for them, and to show their growth as well as your own professional growth over time. So we start the case study off with a student profile. And if you look in the templates for your portfolio, I have actually created a template for you. So it should make it fairly easy for you to just go ahead and fill that in. Then we are asking you to include 3 lesson plans. You will probably have done at least 2 of these already, maybe more. A really good one to tell a story about your student is the Where is Your Wa'a Going? Because it has their map and timeline, and then you can go back and revisit their progress as they've gone along through the modules with you. Then there's some data collection, which can include some things like their high school GPA or their college GPA, how many credits they've earned, things like that. If you see the template, there are some suggestions in there for you as well. And then some student work samples, which will hopefully illustrate their growth in their perhaps reading and writing skills over time, even math. So be thinking about work samples and gathering these because you're going to want some pre as well as some post. So 2 of each is the minimum. And it might take some thinking and advanced planning to gather some of the things from the pre. So that's good to know that up front. And then the final section of your portfolio is your final overall reflection. And there are some more detailed instructions in the syllabus and in the assignments templates for you to have a look at. So also with each section, the DOE requires you to have a reflection and state what it is, why it is important, and the impact it had on your learning. Now, I've created some kind of generic ones, but we want you to personalize each one of these at the beginning of each section. So we hope that any questions, you will let us know. Questions are welcome, and please know that we are here to support you, and hope that you can get a good start over this winter break so that you'll begin the next semester a little bit ahead of the game. So thank you for listening. We appreciate your time and wish you good luck with your portfolio.